Everybody saw me grill earlier, right? You don't need to see me grill that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Oh, thank you so much. I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to just give you a once over on the greens and the greens and the potatoes. With that dish there, you have the pickled beans, you have the beautifully grilled lamb chop, you have lamb fat roasted potatoes, and wilted greens. So I have 2 pans. 1, 2. Ooh, these are heavy ones. I'm going to cook a little bit of pancetta. I rendered it earlier. Like I mentioned before, it takes a very long time to render, to get the fat out of that. Probably might take half an hour to do that, and so I took the liberty of doing it ahead of time. And then here I'm going to just put a little bit of lamb fat. I'm going to get my potatoes. Like we talked about earlier, we try to layer flavors in everything we do, and so obviously we cleaned that lamb, and you saw the process. So we would take that lamb fat, take the meat end, use something with the meat. The fat part, we would take that and we render it, and we get a clear piece of fat, rendered fat, which is kind of just like doing lard in the olden days. Man, my wife's from Serbia, and we went there on a trip, and it was to visit her, meet her family actually before we got married, and I had always talked about, I had this Serbian friend neighbor that we grew up with, and I always talked about how he made this fantastic sausage, smoked paprika sausage, and she's like, oh, we should try some. And I said, okay, great. So it was my birthday, and she decided to surprise me by taking me to a farm in the mountains and butchering a pig and making lard and doing all the meat cutting and then making sausage. She just didn't tell me that we were doing that. She said, we're going to go meet some of her family. So I dressed up, and it was cold in winter, and I'm wearing black, like shiny dress shoes, pair of gray flannel pants, dress socks, button-down shirt, and it was cold, so her father loaned me a cardigan, which I don't know that I would wear normally, but he loaned me a cardigan, and I wore it. And after a 4-hour trek into the mountains, I was standing knee deep in pig muck, wrestling a pig out of the field, and I learned how to make lard that day. So it's always an adventure. So these potatoes, we're just going to smash them a little bit, which is a great technique because you get all these crusty edges. You get the opportunity for it to take up flavor and hold on to it. You can get crispy cooked edges, where you have, it's funny, there's a theory on farming called permaculture, and they say the best things happen in the edge, and it's the same thing in cooking. These little edges will hold flavor, and they'll get crispy. So you'll have a crunchy bits, you'll have soft, creamy center of the potato bits, and it's just really. This one's getting tired. I'm running out of gas. The burner, not me. I never run out of gas. Come on, you know me better than that. The burner is, though, I'm going to switch because this one could take a little slower heat. But yeah, with these, the skin will brown, and then you have like the creamy white center of the potato exposed, and that will crisp up just like a hash brown or a breakfast potato. We do an iteration of this as our breakfast potato at the hotel, where we take these, we fry them, and then we add caramelized onion, Parmesan cheese, and kind of a riff on blackening spice, and it's delicious. So I have some onions here, I have some garlic, I have pancetta, and this is our wilted greens. And so I'm going to use my tongs because I want to I don't want to put lamb fat in this one because this is bacon fat. So there's a lot of flavor, right? Like if you think about it, you have a grilled lamb that's marinated in mustard greens, olive oil, garlic, rosemary. You have bitter greens like dandelion and mustard greens sauteed in onions, garlic, and pancetta. You have potatoes that are roasted in lamb fat. You put a little Parmesan on those? Yeah? The potatoes? Nothing? Just salt, pepper?
Pepper, lamb, fat, and parsley.
I can't beat that. Salt, pepper, lamb, fat, and parsley.
Well, lamb fat with regular dough with garlic, rosemary,
Yeah.
thyme, some first perfume.
Yeah. So yeah, lamb fat. Was infused, which just adds layers of flavor again. I'm not going to cook all these greens because I don't know that I'm going to use them. And we're going to just saute that. I want to get each little potato, I kind of want to get a little salt into the crevice. And pepper. I'm going to do a little parsley. Parsley, Italian parsley, we put in almost everything. I think it's fantastic. It's completely underutilized flavor that goes with virtually everything. Virtually everything will work with parsley. I'm going to go back to my olive oil because I just want a little bit more. And you hear sizzle. Brown that up. All right. So these you just want to wilt. We took the hard, chewier greens out. We just let the softer greens in. And so we're going to work them just until they wilt. I want a little bit of crunch in the centers of the stems. There's some chard in here. And I don't want too much water taken out of it. And then I'm going to turn that down. This one ran out of gas at the perfect time. So it's amazing. Amazing how it works. But they're just, they're cooked golden brown. Can you see the plate? I know you're looking at it right in front of you. So what you're eating is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take the potatoes and I put my potatoes there. And then I'm going to put some broccoli there. So where I'm from, it's potato country. The actual Yukon Gold was developed. There's a seed plant farms in a place called Pemberton, BC, just past Whistler, which is a big ski resort. And anyway, everywhere they grow in the Fraser Valley, mouth of the river, they grow potatoes. And in the, we would say, early summer, spring, they have new potatoes. And they're basically this size. Sometimes they call them creamy potatoes, creamer potatoes. And anyways, you could buy them for $1 a pound. And in my youth, in my frugal days when I didn't have any money, I would buy a 50-pound sack of these potatoes and I would eat them with everything. And it was the best. Still kind of miss it. I'm going to cut this in half just because I want to. Did you cut them or no? No. Didn't need to. But I get to look inside. I'm going to play it a little different. Sorry, Gail. You care. I know.
I don't.
Okay. Do you care to pass me the oil? Where's the garlic oil? So I made my fancy oil brush. This is rosemary garlic oil. And basically we just take this Parterra olive oil and sliced garlic and a little bit of rosemary, and then we warm it up and you just basically steep it. Like they say with oil, like steeping kind of like you would steep a tea tea bag or tea and water, and it's that kind of idea. But I think my plate looks big and clunky compared to that one, but I'm okay with it. You warm it up, you steep the oil with the garlic and the rosemary. You just let it kind of, you don't even want it to boil, you just want it hot, like just before it starts cooking it. It just kind of, the garlic will soften, but you don't want to take it too far, but that flavor just gets infused into the oil, and I think it's delicious. You can put it on anything. If you grill, anything you grill, I like to take these little bundles of herbs, and you can actually throw that on the grill, let them burn up a little bit, dip it in the oil. Grilled octopus with that brushed on is delicious. And many, many other things. Anything grilled would be good. Even fish, maybe you don't put rosemary, you put other herbs, thyme. Let you enjoy your meal a little bit.
Thank you, Chef. Matt over here, you did very well. Brent, the assistant, and thanks again, million times for coming tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you for all coming. I really hope you enjoy it.